Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today is the 10th of Ramadan and also marks the demise of one of the greatest ladies ever born in history, Sayyida Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu anha, the beloved wife of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also one of the four blessed women of paradise. Now, there are so many facets of her personality that one can speak about, but one aspect that really stands out for me is her age. I think many women these days have issues of self-esteem and confidence, and a lot of that is related to our looks and appearance. Age is an important factor, particularly in today's society and the perception of a woman's worth. As men get older, they can do so on the whole quite gracefully. They can embrace their white hairs and wrinkles and look quite distinguished, whilst women are under pressure to look forever young and are continually engaged in looking for that elusive fountain of youth. So a lot of our self-esteem and self-respect and self-worth is often mingled in with age. And I think this is why Sayyida Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu anha's personalities is so extremely relevant, particularly for this era. And I also think that her circumstances was one of the reasons why she was chosen to be the beloved wife of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, we all know that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is the most highly revered of all the messengers sent, and of course he is the most beloved of Allah Almighty. There are so many verses in the Holy Quran which extol the reverence and respect that the Holy Prophet ﷺ deserves. And of course, if you wish to listen more on this topic, you only have to listen to the hundreds of lectures that Sayyidi Shaykh al-Islam has performed on this subject. So it stands to reason that any wife of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, chosen by Allah Ta'ala and deemed appropriate by Allah Ta'ala to be worthy of that love, that she would be worthy of that close and intimate relationship, that she would be worthy of bearing his children, she would be worthy of being his partner and counterpart in spreading the message of Islam, and she would be worthy to endure all the hardships and burdens that torturous life would entail. And so in choosing his wife, she would then be revered for hundreds and thousands of years and be held up as the epitome of womanhood. That is why I think her age is so crucial in this factor. The question arises, why didn't Allah Ta'ala choose a younger woman famed for her beauty? Perhaps a younger woman would have been prime in her age, in the way she looked, in her physical and mental strength to meet the challenges that she would face in bearing and raising her children and being the companion of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. But Allah Ta'ala did not choose that kind of woman who was famous for these attributes. That is not what was of importance or was given importance. He chose Sayyida Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu anha to be the wife of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam because of her wisdom, her intelligence, her acumen, her perception, her judgment, and above all, her absolute and complete loyalty. She was someone who had already lost 2 husbands and had been raising children on her own. And of course, Sayyida Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu anha is almost also famous because she was the wife of the Holy Prophet ﷺ at the age of 40, whilst the Holy Prophet ﷺ was only 25. What then is the message that we ought to learn here? That this preoccupation with youth and beauty are not and should not be the cornerstone of our identity. It is not the parameters in which we should be judged and should not dictate our self-worth and importance. Instead, we should look to Sayyida Khadija al-Kubra radiyallahu anha for our inspiration, for she really is the epitome of womanhood. Despite her age, she fought and struggled side by side with the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, providing emotional, spiritual, religious and financial help at every stage of her life. So today, take a step back and remember this magnificent woman of Islam, who broke the mold in every facet of her life, and look to her for inspiration, motivation and guidance. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.